that the creators of Arkansas, the small businesses of Arkansas who have fostered a community, who have fostered an income from TikTok or other social media platforms will continue to create, whether it's on TikTok or not on TikTok. I hope that TikTok sticks around for a while, but if not, I hope that we continue to create, we continue to grow, we continue to advocate for what's important for us in this state and beyond, and that it makes a real impact.
Well, that was Arkansas influencer Ramsey Vaughn, known on TikTok as Fostering Single, sharing her thoughts about the potential ban that's sparking conversations from multiple viewpoints. In April, a federal law enacted set a deadline of January 19th for either TikTok to be banned or sold as a result of bipartisan national security concerns. Right now, the app is still under ownership of the Chinese-owned ByteDance, with the deadline looming in 2 days before the Supreme Court hears arguments about whether the law violates the First Amendment. Americans are anxiously awaiting for the outcome. One outspoken national security advocate is Arkansas's Attorney General Tim Griffin. I spoke with him earlier today, and he has major concerns with TikTok's Chinese ownership, but has faith that President-elect Trump could perhaps save TikTok.
I welcome President Trump getting involved with this discussion. He has a history of seeing a problem, he wants to fix it, and I think he could bring a solution to this particular problem of TikTok. TikTok has been a national security concern for a long, long time because its ownership is in communist China, and we don't know precisely what they're doing with the data. But we do know that the communist Chinese control this company. And so President Trump has said he wants to find a solution to this. I think his leadership would be really welcome. I know that some of the people in the Trump transition have not laid out all the specifics, but one of the ideas that I've heard discussed is possibly having some U.S. ownership of TikTok. So there are potential solutions available, and I'm thankful that President Trump is going to engage on this once he's president. Because again, I've been in the military for 28 years. The TikTok issue has really been in the news a lot lately, but this has been a problem for a long, long time. And those of us in military circles, people in foreign affairs circles, national security circles, for a long time, many of us have been concerned about TikTok, its ownership, and what they're doing with the data. And so if President Trump can bring a solution to this when he gets into office, that would be excellent and long overdue.
For many business owners, TikTok is a marketing tool, and for social media manager Brittany Blackberry with Socials by Brittany, it's an everyday routine. Brittany is joining us with one of her clients, Jacob Jones with Jones & Son, to talk about how the potential ban could impact the marketing industry. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. And Little Nash, too.
Yes, Little Nash is here with us.
This is part of the job. Sometimes my kids, and I have the best clients. Right. I have the world's best clients that allow my kids.
Aww.
So he's with us today.
Yeah, and that's honestly a big plus for people that use social media for their jobs and for marketing. They can work from anywhere. They can bring their children with them. So this ban might make a big hit on the industry.
Yeah, literally. It's a flexible job. There's so many pros and cons, just like any job, but definitely one of them is just the flexibility of it. And yes, it can definitely affect. I feel like influencers might be really affected, the ones that really make a lot of income from it. But for me, with my clients and with businesses, you know, I'm here to try and strive to make their social media, their TikTok, to be the best and produce business. And so if it's banned, then we could potentially lose that business from that app. So.
And Jacob, for you, I know that's a lot of what you do with your business is you rely on Brittany to produce that content for you. How do you think this could impact your business?
I don't really know, kind of piggybacking on what Brittany was saying, I don't really know if it would necessarily impact our business as much because TikTok is a different type of app. It's more of where they're kind of dancing and singing. You know what I mean? They're kind of doing more trends,
yes,
right? Yeah. And it's just kind of, I don't know for us if it's really would affect us as much, but I think the most people that are going to be affected, obviously, are going to be the influencers that actually make a living off of it.
Yes.
Because if the site or the app goes dark here in the United States, I mean, what are you going to do if that's how you make your money? I mean, it's just kind of, it's a really bad deal for these guys. So.
But for Jones & Son, like if someone does buy a ring because they saw that funny dance or that trend, they saw Jones & Son on TikTok, then yeah, there's that business from it. Or any of my other clients. I have a gym that has a TikTok. I have several clients that have that app. So yes, there's a potential loss of business through that.
Okay.
And being a social media manager, do you think you'll be able to pivot onto other apps and use those platforms?
I do, because like he said, I mean, Jones & Son has a huge Instagram following. A lot of my clients have a huge Instagram because that was there before TikTok. Facebook being there for way longer than either of them. So yeah, I think Instagram and Facebook can definitely continue that business opportunity for my clients if TikTok is banned.
And I know a lot of people kind of have the debate over TikTok or Instagram Reels. People have their preference, but do you think Instagram Reels, if TikTok is banned, if it goes through, do you think Instagram Reels will kind of gain that traction?
They definitely could gain that traction. To me, I think they're very similar. If I'm going to create an Instagram Reel for a client, I'm more than likely going to take it over to TikTok or vice versa. So I feel like both can have a lot of similarity, especially with the trends, with the dances. I think you can dance, do all the trends on Instagram too, or talk or produce any type of business on both apps.
For some people, they may see these bans and restrictions coming out and get discouraged about posting. Do you recommend that they keep pushing, keep posting that content?
I do. I've seen an influencer that actually, that's kind of her motto. She says, post your content. Everybody wants to watch it. We're all consumers too, even us that are posting our content. We're watching. I think it can be discouraging, but I encourage, just keep posting, keep doing it. Don't get discouraged because there's room for everybody really out there on the social media world. There really is room for everybody to continue making content.
And for you, you've gained quite a bit of a following yourself on TikTok. I know you recently had a video that kind of went viral. Is that something you're looking at personally, like taking some of your followers with you to another app?
Yes, sometimes I say, do I want to go into full-time influencing? It is hard. It's a balance. One of my clients said, aren't you glad you post your own things now that this video has gone viral? And keep up with my own life too, because I am trying to manage a lot of other accounts. And I say, yeah, I'm glad I still continue to post my kids, post my family, post all the things.
Yes.
So even for myself, I'll continue to create, I think, because creativity for me, I think that's why I'm in the job that I'm in, is it's such an outlet for me. I love what I do, and I don't know, I'm just creative, I'm good at it, natural at it, and so, yeah, I think I'll continue to create even myself, so.
And what kind of brings one of the biggest fears with you with this potential TikTok ban, or are there any big fears with it for the marketing industry?
Again, loss of business, and does anyone have a plan B? Do they have a backup plan? Actually, for me, random and fun fact, I did not get my degree in marketing or in this. So I do have a bachelor's and a master's that I guess I can fall back on, but that's not the case for everybody. So there is that fear of, if it is your stream of income. And for me, this is income for my family. It is my full-time job. So yeah, there's the fear of, what would you fall back on? But
before we go, where can we find these beautiful rings and get our pictures? What's your social media?
Jones & Son, at Jones & Son, JONESANDSON.
Yeah,
so
Jones & Son for him. I have socials by Brittany, Brittany Blackerby, and I have a lot of clients I guess I could list, but it might take a second. And I would love to plug that in.
If you go to our social media, you'll find her on there. You'll find Brittany all over.
You'll see Brittany.
She's there.
Yes.
Well, thank you both so much for being with us today, and we appreciate your time.
Thank y'all for having us.
We appreciate you. A lot of good insight into this. Well, coming up next, we're mixing up some mocktails.
That's right, for Dry January. Stay with us.